Leo, welcome to your end of October 2020 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. All right. Let's see what the cards say. I'm just shuffling behind the scenes here just because of where my particular, the room I have in front. Oh my gosh, I keep getting the Lover's card. I can't tell you how many times I got in the Lover's card. All right. So, I was going to say, your karma shall set you free. I was just kind of joking a little bit. Okay. So the top row, I'm not going to just, okay, this thing is pretty wobbly, but it's because I'm touching it. The top row, I could easily say getting fooled by love, getting taken advantage of by somebody, and maybe there are going to be Leos for whom this makes total sense. But I also want to bring up the idea with the Lover's card about a Gemini person who, could be anybody, could be your sister who's a drug addict and she stole from you or something, who knows. It could be a job, it could be the workplace. But the Lover's card, if this is like some kind of a business thing, it could even be like a partnership that split up. So, when I talk about these things, understand that I could be saying all of those things for whoever it is that I'm talking to. And we have here as the central theme this Five of Cups, which is a card of mourning the loss of something, feeling a sense of disappointment or even regret. So this could be something that you feel that you could have handled differently, better. There's just like emotional loss. The number 5 is a number of change. And sometimes it can be, I think, like chaos or, things are just kind of out of control. It could be one of those types of situations. And cups are about emotions. So somehow there is a change in circumstance when it comes to your emotional life in one particular area. Hopefully only one. Hopefully not more than one person has disappointed you or created a sense of loss. In the past position, we have the Lover's card, which, we look at sometimes as being related to love affairs or even committed partnerships. And yet, it goes beyond that. The Lover's card can be a sense of harmony. Maybe you feel like some area of your life, everything was hunky-dory, and all of a sudden, it doesn't feel right. And an example of this would be you're working at a place, and you might be working for somebody else, and the management changes. And then all of a sudden, the corporate culture changes, or maybe the corporate heads change, and they change different things. This happens, for instance, in banks. They change the hours, or they change policies. And it makes you feel a sense of loss because you liked how it was before. And especially being a Leo, you feel change acutely. It's not your favorite thing in the world to have change. You would prefer consistency in life. And when you don't have that, it can feel really like, oh gosh, what's going on here? And yet that's how life is. Life doesn't stay the same. Sorry, I had to pause this reading for a long time. And so I was in the middle of a thought, and I'm just going to move on with the next card, but I think I kind of illustrated what I meant. And so there might even be like a choice that has come into your life that you have to make. And it's funny because the higher message card, which is more of the philosophical angle, is the Queen of Swords, and this can indicate that you're going to have to not allow your emotions to kind of cloud your judgment. And fire signs like Leo can be very emotional in a more objective way than water signs. It's more like passion rather than just like focusing on the self all the time. But fire signs are very connected to themselves, and so they may feel things very deeply, and you're a romantic person. So anything that has felt like a disappointment, maybe this is it, the Lover's card, when you say I've taken a lover, they used to say that in the 70s, and it was really a sexual relationship. And Leo is a very sensual kind of a person. So sometimes these can be affairs, whether or not, I don't know if can you have an affair if you're not cheating on somebody? Yeah, I think you can. It's just kind of like a booty call. I don't think anybody says that anymore. I don't know what else to call it. It's not a one night stand because it's on a continuous basis or continual basis. Whatever, I call it a one-dimensional relationship. But you may have thought it was going to lead to more, and you thought by getting physically intimate with somebody that was automatically going to lead to something else. And this may be the story of your life. And you have to see things clearly. And again, this could be some kind of disappointment that you have received from somebody in the business world, somebody that, you thought was going to give you that promotion, and it didn't come out that way. I notice here, and this is a card that I kind of associate with you. I don't know if it is connected to Leo. It is connected to fire energy. The King of Wands is showing up as the challenge position. So this can be that you're not feeling in control of your life, because I do really associate that card with Leo. And the sense of, maybe somebody has gotten inside of your head and convinced you that you're not as great as you think you are, and that has kind of made you question things. So the point is that you have to realize the ultimate control in your life comes from your own autonomy. And this is one of the dangers of love affairs and even any kind of close relationship, is that if the person isn't strong enough within themselves, and you are the strength card, so you're supposed to be, but if you're not, you can be open to somebody else kind of being in control. This may be the other party, and it might be kind of a cosmic message that this person is no good for you. This would be likely a fire sign, because this is a very fiery kind of a person. I don't know what element the kings represent, but I would imagine it would be fire. Not sure if that's true. But so I don't know, this might be like a double fire energy, but the fire signs besides Leo are Aries and Sagittarius. And this person might be a narcissist for sure. I often think that the court cards, especially when the kings and queens, when they are in the reversed position, that they can be narcissistic, abusing power, because they're in those positions of power. And this person may be a tyrant, a bully, and they have done you wrong. This can also be a father who has those kinds of characteristics. And maybe if it is your father, you have an on-again, off-again relationship because of his attitudes, his behavior, but you haven't, even if you are not in contact with him, you still feel, you can still hear those things he has said to you, and it just feels really bad because, he's your parent, and you believed what he said when you were younger. As you've gotten older, you've gotten away from that. And it's important to know that Leos can be, the victims of trauma like anyone else, and, abuse. And that can affect how their self-esteem, how they feel about themselves. So even though we have this archetype of Leo as very confident, there is the shadow Leo that is very insecure, that they can have tyrannical behaviors because of their lack of self-control or feelings about control in their life. So it can work both ways for sure. What is coming in is represented by the Fool card, and this is about a new path that you are set to tread upon, to engage. This is a card that is actually connected to the planet Uranus, which is currently in Taurus. Taurus is another fixed sign. And this means that, your 10th house is Taurus. Did I say Taurus? Is connected to Uranus. Oh yeah, which is currently in Taurus. I did say that. It's funny, when I said that, it was 11:11 when I said currently in Taurus. So that might be a sign from the universe. So Taurus is your 10th house. And Uranus can indicate that there are going to be a lot of twists and turns in your career sector. So if you're feeling disappointed, you had your hopes up about something that didn't transpire, don't sweat it, because this is just par for the course right now. You may be trying on a bunch of different hats. You may be experiencing a lot more freedom. Uranus can be about freedom, unconventional behaviors, and also it can be even like careers that involve the intuitive arts. So if you have other factors within yourself, Leo, maybe a moon and a water sign. Well, there's so many, I don't want to get into it, but you may have this natural intuitive quality that you've always known about, but perhaps you just went in a different direction with career matters, and you will eventually in the next few years shift over into something that is more intuitive in nature. Maybe that it involves technology. Uranus involves technology, or you might be working from home, or what they call a digital nomad, where you're traveling a lot and doing things like that. And so whatever this, is involved here, embrace the new journey and, shake off the past. Don't allow it to steal your joy. The outcome is the Judgment card. So let's say that this is a marital situation and, divorce is in the picture. This is baptism by fire. And I notice that looks like fire to you, doesn't it? And there's kind of a cross there. But it's like, to me, this is a card of karma. And so it's really about understanding that there is cause and effect in the universe, that things are not happening just randomly. And once you understand that, you are capable of allowing a lot more uncertainty to be comfortable with a lot more uncertainty. The more people are afraid of what is involved in their futures and things like that, and they need to have guarantees, the more they are kind of playing small, living in a very narrow lane, and they're not expanding. And fire energy is all about expansion. This is why Leo is always said that Leo just wants life to be bigger than what it is, and that Leo is a drama queen because they're over dramatizing things. But no, you realize that this is a play. You realize that we are all actors in a play, and you just want to make a grand entrance. You just want to be that, you're the sun, you're ruled by the sun. So you want to warm the world. You want to love, spread your warmth to others. But by the same token, you want life to be this grand theatrical production. You don't want some kind of colorless existence. And, to me, the ultimate example of that is living life in a very creative, expressive, self-expressive way. And with the Judgment card, it's about, being okay with what you have done. Now, some of you may have regret about something. I don't know. I always talk about mourning the loss of something, but I think regret can also be a part of this. And to realize, okay, I got bitch slapped by the universe from this because something happened. I did it. Why did I do that? Whether it's having an affair and having, your partner divorce you, having your spouse divorce you, and then feeling bad about the rejection, but also feeling bad about having done that. And the person who regrets something and then uses that as fodder for a teachable moment, learning from it, is the one that really triumphs. The person who gets lost in their grief and their regret, they're the one who makes the same mistakes over and over again because they really can feel that sense of shame. That's really what has dictated a lot of their negative behavior in the first place. Shame, self-hatred, and those kinds of things. And that's what shadow work is all about. But to me, it's not work. It's acknowledgement. That, to me, it's like sunlight is a good disinfectant, or the best disinfectant. So bringing something to light within yourself and understanding that you possess that aspect and still loving yourself through those negative things is, where it's at as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, I hope that this resonated in some way, Leo. I offer astrology readings, and I also do tarot readings, and I have a combination reading called the Whole Enchilada, 2 full-length readings, astrology and tarot, so natal chart interpretation and the tarot, for a special price and other good stuff. The link is below if you want more information. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.